everyone, and welcome to tonight's story time. I hope you had a fantastic day, and while we are waiting for the others to join, you can grab yourselves a cup of tea or a fluffy blanket. I have a new fluffy blanket. Yesterday and today you voted on Facebook and on Instagram not the hippo panda mouse, that sounds like an interesting story, but Ruby and Grub. This is the cover. Ruby and Grub. The authors are Abi Burlingham and Sarah Warburton. This is me. I'm Ruby. And this is Grub. He's a grubby, mucky pup. So this girl is Ruby, and this is her puppy dog, Grub. Grub loves to dig. He digs and he digs and digs. When I shout, "Stop digging!" he doesn't stop digging. Do you know what he does? He carries on digging. I don't think he can hear me. So there's Ruby and Grub, who is digging. Sometimes he turns on his side like this. I say, "No, Grub, no!" But he doesn't listen. I say, "Walk, Grub, walk." Do you know what he does? He rolls on his other side. I think Grub's tired. So there's Grub rolling on his side, and there's Ruby. Sometimes Grub rolls over and over so much that he needs a bath. I say, "In, Grub, in." Do you know what he does? He leaps in the bath, then he rolls over and over in the bath. I say, "Oh no, Grub." Then I am wet too. I look like I've had a bath. I think Grub thinks it's funny. It is quite funny. So there's Ruby and there's Grub rolling over and over in the bathtub. Last week I had a bad tummy. Grub sat by my bed and wouldn't move all day. "Bad Grub," I said. Do you know what he did? He sat on my bed. I think he thought it was his bed. So this is Ruby's bed, and this is Grub's bed. Then one day, something terrible happened. Grub got out. Do you know what he did? He chased the ice cream van down the street and the van had to stop. I told him, Grub, that's bad. But then I thought, no, it's good, and I bought some ice cream. It was delicious. Grub thought so too. Here they are enjoying their ice cream. Then one day, even more terrible happened. Grub dug a hole under our fence and under next door fence. It took 6 people to catch him and bring him back. Mom wasn't pleased one bit. That is it, she said. I've had enough. Grub, you are just too naughty, too mucky, and too much trouble, she said. Grub, you will have to go. I cried, but Mom wouldn't budge. There's Ruby very sad. She's crying because Grub has to go. He is too naughty. So we took him to Uncle Tom's. Uncle Tom had 3 dogs already. He didn't mind one more. So here are the other 3 dogs, and here's Grub. He is going to move to Uncle Tom's. When we got home, it felt so strange without Grub, and I kept looking round, thinking, where's Grub? Mom kept looking round, thinking, where's Grub? Dad kept looking round, thinking, where's Grub? Joe, crawling round and round the house until he was dizzy, shouting, Grub, Grub. The house didn't feel right without Grub. Everyone is looking for Grub. Everyone is missing Grub. We stood in the garden. It was a mess. We filled in the holes that Grub dug. It took ages. Do you know what Joe did? He started digging holes in the garden. It didn't feel right without Grub. I gave Sally a bath to make me feel better, but she didn't splash about like Grub. I splashed water on myself, but it wasn't the same without Grub. Ruby's really missing Grub. Mom bought us ice creams to cheer us up, but they didn't taste the same without Grub. Mom said, the garden's too dirty. Dad said, the house is too clean. I said, my bed feels lonely without Grub. Joe screwed up his face until he looked as if he'd go pop and screamed, Grub! Nothing was the same without Grub. That is it, said Mom. I've had enough. Come on, let's go, said Dad. So Mom and Dad and Joe and I all got in the car. Do you know where we went? We went to Uncle Tom's. So they decided to take Grub back home because they really missed Grub. Grub raced out the house to see us. Do you know what he did? He ran around in circles. He rolled in the mud. He covered me in muddy paw prints. He's naughty, he's mucky, and he's far too much trouble, said Mom. But we just missed him too much. Please, can he come home? I asked Uncle Tom. Uncle Tom didn't mind one bit. He has 3 dogs already. So everybody agreed that they can take Grub back home. Now the house is a mess. The garden is a mess. Everywhere's a mess. But it doesn't matter because look who's there. I have Grub and Grub has me. What a happy ending to this story. The end. I hope you enjoyed tonight's story time and I hope to see you next Tuesday at 9 p.m. Good night.